Forgot the microphone. Hey everybody, welcome to Littlejohn's Yarns. I'm Alysha. If this is your very first time here, what I usually like to do is talk about crochet and drink a little bit of wine, but a little bit behind. So here's my wine, and I guess it's time to talk about crochet. So how is everybody doing right now? Tell me exactly where you're from, what time is it, and what you're doing. Right now, I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. It's about 77 degrees here. It's starting to look a little bit like fall, so I'm super excited. So let's see who's in the chat right now. I see we have Patricia. Ooh, I might actually make it to a live. I love your videos and watch all of them. Can't wait. Yeah, so thank you. You made it. And I got my girl XD Symphony here. And for the ones that showed up, do you notice anything different? New hair color. I'm excited. So I'm glad everybody's here. So the patterns that we'll be talking about today are star themed crochet patterns. As usual, my good friend Anne from 9 Inspired, she made this complete roundup that we're going to be looking at here today. And don't worry if I talk too much and you're watching this on a replay, all the links to all these patterns that we're talking about today are free and they're down linked in the description box below. So don't worry, we'll get right into it. Let's see who else. Oh, XD Symphony says, love my hair. Thank you so much. Maria says, let me pull you up. Happy Saturday, Miss Alysha. Your hair looks amaze balls. Thank you so much. I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. Let's see. Boxer Dogs, Crochet. Hi from Wales, UK. Hey, over there. Is it getting late over there right now? What time is it? Is it like 7? I'm horrible at time zone math, so forgive me. All right. So I'm not going to talk too much. We'll hop right into it. But usually, before we get into all of our patterns, I always like to ask you a question. And before you put your answer into the comments, I want you to put question marks in front of it. So when we get back to it, I can bring it up the front. Your little comment will be right in front of the screen so everybody can see and we can talk about it together. So I wrote it down like hastily right before we came on the live. Actually, tell me exactly what is new going on in your life. It doesn't have to be about crochet, you know, school just started or kids going away, or tell me right now in the comments, but make sure you put question marks in front of it. So let me hop into the roundup. Let me pull up my notes. I'll be reading behind the screens. So we'll hop in. Oh, I forgot to share my screen. Give me 2 seconds. Share. Sorry, guys. I am so far behind. I even had you guys waiting for like a whole extra 2 minutes. I never like to have anybody waiting. So forgive me for that late arrival. All right, so the first pattern that we're going to be looking at is the Starfish Washcloth. I love the simplicity of this Starfish Washcloth. This easy design uses just single crochet, double crochet, and chain stitches. You'll be working the round from corner out. Add this cute cloth to an under the sea theme Easter basket or gift set to the ocean lover in your life, maybe with some fancy soap. The designer of this pattern is Knit and Crochet Ever After. All right. The next pattern, ooh, this is pretty that we're going to look at. This is called the Fancy Nancy Mandela. I love the way crocheters name their patterns. That just entertains me so much because I can never come up with a name, but this is absolutely beautiful. When you have a few projects in the works and you feel like you're getting burnt out, hit the pause button and just have some fun. This playful project uses 7 different colors yarns. The design features beaded shell stitches, bobbles, and post stitches. Ooh, this one is beautiful. I wonder if they have, ooh, I love the work as you go pictures. Do they have any? Oh, it's a very detailed, and they do. This is what I love. For people who have trouble following patterns, video tutorials and stitch tutorials are the way to go. That is pretty nifty. All right, so the question that I asked you, so what's going on in your life right now? I'll let you know what's going on in my life right now. I haven't seen you in a while because my last live stream was for my memberships, for my yarnivores that are part of my membership. If you'd like to know about that, you can click button down below, but don't worry, you won't join immediately to the group. You'll see a video and it talks all about it. So I was doing a personal live stream with them and that was great. It was weird doing such a small live stream, but it felt more personal. I had one of my wonderful ladies, Dee Dee, the designer. I know your name now, Denise. She came on a live stream just to keep me company. I was able to send out a link and we just chit chatted. So the week before that, I had to cancel because we had a family dinner. And the week of that, I took my daughter to college. I dropped her off, and it was like the most moment ever. Oh, I always have to say this, guys, if you're just tuning in and you want to know where all the patterns are, the links down in the description box below. Live streams are about talking and getting to know each other. But we'll hop back into this live stream and talk about the patterns. But my daughter, she was supposed to leave for college on the 20th. We had the day set. We were counting down. We were counting down the last hugs we got before the night was over. But on that Wednesday, I think it was like the 18th or the 17th or whatever, around lunch, she gets a message that says, you were late for student drop-off. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I didn't realize I was supposed to get dropped off today, not 2 days from now. I'm like, what do you mean? She's a part of the band. So for Wednesday, that day, the percussion people were supposed to arrive on campus first. I guess she forgot that piano was also a percussion instrument. So I drove her up there the next day, and we made it there fine. We cried. It was sad and emotional. And when I dropped her off to the dorm, I thought the dorm was so gross. But she bought all her own cleaning products and everything. And she's being a big girl and being an adult. She's 20. She stayed home for 2 years. So that was that. So now I'm going to ask you, what is new going on with you? Make sure you put question marks in front of it so I know to bring it up to the so we all can talk about it. Let me get the first one that I see. Maria. I'm working hard to get my mask and craft emporium off to a great start. And I'm a sponsor at my Youth Mentor fundraiser next week. It's the first for me. I'm really excited. I'm excited for you. And know what? Your craft, your mask emporium is going to be great. I'm already seeing great things for you. I believe in you. And plus, we need more people like you. Actually, no, we don't. We just need you, Maria. Wait, I know you didn't put question marks in front of it, but this might be your first time here. You said, Barbara, I'm inheriting a car. I haven't had a car for 16 years. You know what? You're probably going to feel a sense of freedom. You probably won't even use your car that much, but just knowing that you have it, if you need to run to the dollar store, that's just like a relief and a burden off your shoulders. But then comes car insurance, and then that's another burden on your shoulders. Let's see. Brittany says, I made major progress in my research. I officially have a better lossless compression method for images than Calic. Currently the best methods out there. I don't know what that is, but whatever it is, congratulations. Let's see what else. Caitlin. Let me pull you up. My screen not working. Here we go. I'm working on some pumpkins, Catalanders. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. And some Veteran Day bags and bows for a couple of events coming up. Do you have all your stuff done already? Or you're just, well, are you close to being done? That's more the question I want to ask. Because I know how anxious you can get. Like you figure out you have so many to get done in a certain amount of time. And like I said, if you guys are just now getting here and wondering why I'm talking and answering in comments, this is a live stream. I like to chit chat and get to know you. All these patterns that are free are going to be down in the description box below. All right, let's see what else is going on with my friends in here. Michelle says, my kids are finally going back to school after 18 months. School being so weird. You know what? My son is back to school, and I'm thankful he is in school, but I'm thankful the governor put back the mask mandate because I'm super terrified of the Delta variant, just super terrified. But in this live stream, this is not a vaccine, no vaccine type of thing. But this is just me personally. Please, no discussion about that. But I'm really nervous, but now at least they got the mask back on. And I do like having my daytimes to myself. My husband's at work now, my daughter's at college, and my son's in middle school now. I can scream in the house. Well, it's Saturday. I can't scream in the house because my son's home. But during the week, I could scream in the house if I felt like it. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Well, Princess, I'm trying to pull yours up. I'm trying to recover from the volcano in my country. Still seeking help for myself and my kids. Butane, trying to use my crocheting to help myself out. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know what to say to that, but I'm definitely praying for you. Everybody, please. Here we go. Oh, thank you. Caitlin, about all the stuff that she has crocheting. She says she has a month to finish them, but I'll send pics via email. Yes, you can. And anybody, if you would like to send happy mail through the old way, through the post office, my address is down below. If you want to send it through email, my email is an address below. Just send me one a happy mail just to say hi. Just to let you know, I do get a lot of emails. I try to answer as many as I can. And I don't know, I just like saying hi to everybody. But if I do not respond to it, it's not because I do not care. It's just because I get a lot of emails. All right. So we can still answer some more of these questions. Let me pull this up. Oh, Ola Joe says, you're soon to be an empty nesters. We love it, but still miss them though. You know what? My daughter's been gone for what, a week and a half, almost 2 weeks. That first day, that first night, I cried uncontrollably, like, But now I find that I have more space. Anything, like all my camera equipment, my craft room is my living room, is now going in her bedroom. Since when I like to work out with my mom and my cousin via Zoom, my living room is so hot because we don't have central air, but my daughter has the air conditioning. So now that's in my workout room. I'm starting to get a little bit space with her gone. I'm no longer crying. I do seriously miss her because I'm outnumbered by 2 boys to me. But I kind of like it. But when my son leaves, I still got a long time. He's only 10. So that might tear me up. So, okay, we're going to hop right back into this roundup. Oh, wait, before we do, I have to ask you a question. Oh, this is a good one. Do you have any irrational fears and why? Before you answer this question in the comments, please be sure in the chat box or whatever it is, please make sure you put question marks in front of it so I can see it and bring it up to the front. So, and if I missed yours before, don't feel bad about putting the same statement again. It's just because I missed it in the scroll. All right. So what is one of the most weird, irrational fears that you have? All right, let's hop back into this roundup. We did this. Let me scroll down a little bit. Picture, picture, picture. Where is the main picture? Okay, guys, you guys are seeing how this is all done. Where is the main picture? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Actually, here, I'll show you the main picture on my blog. It's this cute little purse right here. So I'm going to read that to you now that I have it up. Make this pretty little crochet star stitch pouch for yourself or for a friend. They're so quick and cute that I bet you won't be able to stop at just one. This design has 2 styles to choose from. One is flatter and the other features a wider base. There's even a full tutorial on adding fabric liner and a zipper. The designer of this pattern is all about Amy. Sorry it took me so long to find that, but she didn't have the main picture up front. As you can see, the pattern is not that difficult to make. Actually, no, I'm not going to lie. I've never worked the star stitch before, but the stitch looks super cool though and pretty. Maybe I should do a pattern with the star stitch. That's cute. All right, the next one we are going to look at, make sure I share my screen. I did. This is called the 6-point star baby Lovey. I don't know about you, but what in the world, what in my world, it seems like this is always, oh, I'm having a tongue twister type of day. But what I'm trying to say is, it seems like everybody knows is always having a baby shower during the summer. I love to have fast and easy baby crochet patterns on hand, just in case. This design uses single and double crochet stitches and features a picot stitch border. The cute bunny is perfect for Easter, but you could also whip it up for any animal of your choice. The designer of this is Crafty Mama Bear. Sorry, guys, for me getting my words all jumbled. I did not read through this before I say. Sometimes I just pull it up and read as we go. Hope it all works for the best. But as you see, I do stumble on my words. It's not like my greatest thing reading. So tell me, what is an irrational fear that you have? And if you're just pulling into the live stream right now and you're wondering where the patterns are, the links are all down in the description box below if you don't want to hear me chit-chatting. Oh, and I also forgot to mention the super chat. If you'd like to donate through super chat, you'll probably see that message right behind me. When you do that, that's a way of donating to people during live, like myself. This helps me continue to create patterns and do more live chats and have giveaways like I do all the time on my channel. But when you do, the bubbles will go off, the lights will go off, and you'll get to spin the wheel of patterns. Let me show you what that is. The wheel of patterns is right here. And you'll get to pick one of the patterns from my Etsy shop. Not pick, but you'll land on one of the patterns from my Etsy shop. So, an irrational fear that I have. I've had this fear since I was 11 years old. So I think it was Sally Jesse Raphael. I think she had like the big red bright glasses. I remember she had this woman on her show. She had one arm. She had she lost her arm in an accident. The way she lost her arm in an accident is when the car rolled. Her arm went out the window and her arm got ripped off because the car was turning, the arm was there and ripped off. So I cannot drive down the highway. I don't know why specifically highway. I'm sure you can flip your car anywhere else. With my window more than this. If my arm can fit out the window, I won't have my window down on a highway. I don't know. That's my irrational fear that developed from Sally Jesse Raphael, like 11 years old. It just hit me like, oh. So that's my irrational. So what is yours? Put yours in the comment right now with question marks in front of it, or you can comment on how crazy mine is. Let me see. Let me scroll up. Irrational fears. Let's see. I'm still. One of my girls' crafty chats. Irrational fears. You have about an hour free. Oh, we got a donation. How come my bubble? Come on, Bubbles. I think I filled it up too much. Up there. Wait, we got one bubble. Give it a second. The bubbles will start kicking. Who donated? I'm sorry to find you. My girl Stephanie. Thank you so much. Remember, thumbs up, my friends. Thank you so much, Stephanie, and cheers to you. And Stephanie is one of my yarnivores. For you, I'm still going to let you spin the wheel of patterns, but you're special. You email me. You can have any pattern that you want. We're still going to spin the wheel. She's special because she is a yarnivore, guys. She's one of my group members. Here we go. Spin. How come it's not? Here we go. It's spinning now. The Goldie Slippers right here. So make sure you email me at littlejohnyarns@gmail.com. Let me turn. Look, the bubbles are working now. You know that sound in the description box below. Irrational fear. I think we've all had this one, Granny. Irrational fear of not having enough yarn to last a few lifetimes. I don't know why, as yarn people, we have to keep buying yarn. I know I have more than enough yarn to last like 80 lifetimes. I know I do. Oh, my girl Dee Dee, I just seen you here, Denise. She's another one of my faves, and also a yarnivore in my membership, sitting in a bathtub, claustrophobic. That is strange. Okay, I need to see some stranger ones. Oh, Patricia. Spider and clowns scare the bejeebies out of me. Just never do them. They freak me out. Clowns' emotions are too hidden, and spiders, well, just no. No, I can't look up spiders on the internet or see spiders online or on TV or whatever. Like, I remember my husband, he was looking up, I found this spider, took a picture of it. You should search for it online. I couldn't stare at it long enough to identify the picture of a spider, just because, like you said, bejeebies. How'd you put it? Bejeebies. I've never spelled bejeebies. Thank you for teaching me that. A-star, one of my faves. I have a fear of all bugs and alligators. Here in Florida, we have 11 months of summer, so they're here all year around. Yeah, I love to watch like swamp people and whatnot, and I couldn't imagine just having alligators around potentially in the neighborhood. That's scary. I'm up north. I'm in Pennsylvania. Whew. Rizia says, I used to have an irrational fear of being chased. I couldn't even play games with chasing. I didn't mean to laugh at you. That is mean. I'm not laughing at your irrational fear, but that's crazy. Like you couldn't even play like, so this was a fear from when you were a small child? Wow. That ruins all the kid games. I know I have a lot more. I feel like I need to more because you're telling me the good stuff. Melanie, clowns, shudder. Not a good plan considering working at McDonald's. True. At least they don't have like back in the 80s, I think they had like McDonald's clowns in McDonald's occasionally walking around. At least nowadays, it's just like the statue of it. Leanne says, spiders. Everybody always says that I shouldn't be afraid because they are more afraid of me. Guess what? Didn't work. I remember having like a spider. It wasn't a spider. It was like 1,000 leggers, like in my room. They don't have 1,000 legs. I don't know what type of bug they are, but you have more than like two legs. If you have more than 2 legs, I'm freaked out sometimes if you're a creature. And my dad says, I'm not going to be around all the time. You're going to have to learn how to kill these bugs yourself. I sat and cried and cried and cried. I still can't kill bugs. Thank God I got my husband and my son that can like smash for me. When it was just me and my daughter, when I was a single mom, I probably made her terrified of bugs because I was so terrified. I remember we had a wasp in our house and I lived in my apartment. It was just me and her. I'm like, Jada, that's my daughter's name. Get back. Mommy, got you. Had like the vacuum hose with extended pieces on it. It was bad. Enough about me. And guys, remember all these free patterns are down in the description box below. Here we go, Michelle. Michelle says, don't know if it's a fair, but I have a cash register anxiety. When I'm doing grocery, they won't have enough money on me what I bought. For overall, how much? You won't have enough money on you for what you bought. Good point. That is a fear. It's not a big one of mine, but I've actually had that happen to me before, and I've been like, oh, crap. I'm super embarrassed. Possums. Really good is one of my fave. This is my son 100%. After this one, we'll go back into the roundup and read all the patterns. Caitlin says, my irrational fear is new dogs. When I was 2, I was almost attacked by my aunt's Chihuahua, and I have extreme anxiety, cautious around new dogs. Same thing with, actually almost the same exact story. My son, he wasn't 2, he was 4 and in preschool. He went to his friend's birthday party, and they had a big dog and a little dog that was a Chihuahua. And my son went into that. They had the dogs inside the house, and the party was outside. But my son went inside to go to the bathroom, and a dog seen him and ran after him. And my son just opened the door, ran out the house with the door wide open, and the dogs both ran after him. The owner got the big dog, but it was the little Chihuahua that didn't hurt him. Nothing was happened to my son. It wasn't like a vicious attack. The dogs were just excited and were just, nipping at his, but he was just freaked out. Now, dog's terrified. He's 10 and he still can't go meet dogs. Whew, so that's an irrational fear. So we are going to get back into this roundup. So what's the next question I'm going to ask you guys? So we talked about irrational fears. Do you have any fears that you have conquered? So we know I still haven't conquered my arm getting ripped off as I drive down the highway if my car flips. That's permanent. It's ingrained. I don't think I'll ever get over that. But are there fears that you have conquered and got over? Make sure you put little question marks right in front of it. And after we go over these next 2 patterns, we'll bring it up to the front and we discuss. And remember, if you're finding I'm talking too much, all these patterns are linked down in the description box below. I talk a lot. Let me have a sip of wine. Quick irrational fear. I always have a fear of running out of things to say during the live stream. I'm always like terrified of dull moments when I don't talk. Like That made me feel uncomfortable. All right, so now we're going to hop back into the next two patterns. Here we go. We did that one, and this one. Make sure I shared my screen, and I did. This is called the star hook case. Here's the simplest crochet hook case you'll ever make. It's basically a rectangle with ties. There's no pockets and no sewing, so that's all the work. The secret is the stitch. The hooks go through the natural holes that the star stitch make. Make one to keep and one to give a gift to your crochet bestie. The designer of this is Ollie Crafts. See, okay, I like this. This is perfect for beginners. Like I said, you don't have to worry about making little pockets to put your crochet hooks. It's all done itself. And let's see it all cutely rolled up. And here it is rolled up. I might need to make one of those. And this is made by the writer of this roundup here. This is number 6. This is called the Star Brite Purse. This was created by 9 Inspire. I want to let you know that ahead of time because that's my girl. To make a purse out of a star, you need a surface with no holes. This clever little design uses basic stitches of various heights to shape the star rather than using chain stitches. Add eyes and a smile for a classic cartoon look, or mix it up with different colors. You can even get away with adding tassels. Designer of this pattern is 9 Inspired. This will be a cute purse for a little girl, for your daughter or grandchild or niece or nephew. It doesn't matter. This is a perfect purse for anybody. This is super cute. Did we go over 2? All right. Where's my face? There's my face. So, what are some irrational fears that you conquered? Or just fears. It doesn't have to be irrational. Before you comment down in the chat, make sure you put question marks in front of it so we can discuss it. What are some fears? Actually, I've always had a fear of public speaking. Yet even from a small child, I think I first conquered it when I was in high school. I've always wanted to blend into the background. I want to be a wallflower. I didn't want to stick out. I don't want to be seen. That was always my MO. I'm an introvert. That's my personality. But when I was in high school, I went to Votech for hair because I used to love doing hair. But I never actually became a hairstylist. I just like doing my own hair. But regardless, in Votech, they had their own type of student council. It was called VICA, Vocational Industrial Clubs of America. So I decided to run for president of this. So I was the president of VICA for like 2 years. And all we went to conferences. I got to speak and learn lines. And I learned it wasn't as bad as I thought. Like speaking in front of people, it is nerve-wracking, but I was able to conquer that fear. Then another time I did this, I realized when it's for duty, I can conquer my fear and do it. Another time when I was working at Steeler Camp in my 20s. Steeler Camp is like, summer training camp for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And I was one of the main security guards. Yes, little tough old me in my 20s. I was always at the most important spots during the security, like when the Steelers came up to go into the lockers, because I had the loudest voice. I was able to project and get my thoughts across. So that was always me. And this whole YouTube thing, I still can't talk to a person that walks up to me in a grocery store like, but on YouTube, I can do it. So I guess it's like conquering a fear. So for you, what is one of the fears that you conquered? I'm just going to go from the newest and read backwards. There we go. Leanne, one of my faves. Yes, I'm just going to say you're one of my faves. I don't know if you can really say conquered, but I used to be avoiding anything with heights. Now I do a lot of things that used to be too high for me. Times while screaming, know what? You're trying to get past it. It's funny. I used to love adventurous stuff, going to like amusement parks, getting on roller coasters. The older I get, the less I feel like doing that. I find myself the mother that sits on the bench with the stuffed animals and the funnel cake and the cheese on my face from the nachos. That's my favorite part. So I don't think I'm that adventurous. I do want to try skydiving before it's bad for my heart. It'll probably kill me. I do want to try that once. I'm lying. I don't want to skydive. Maybe bungee. No, I'm too cautious. I'll do it. Here we go. My fear of water. Good job. Helen says, my fear I've conquered is heights. I moved to a high-rise apartment and water. I've learned how to float. Wait, that's that we said? I learned how to float. Can't swim. Know what? If you can float, that's what keeps you alive. To swim, kick your feet. Floating and kicking. I'm still trying to teach my son how to swim right now. It's nerve-wracking to me because he's 10. He's like his mother. I'm sort of hitting the microphone. He's like his mother. I'm very cautious. I've always been very careful about everything that I do. So is my son. Somebody told me as soon as you have a son, he's going to be the most rambunctious, bruises and scratches. My son is 10 years old. He's had 3 boo-boos his whole entire life. His last boo-boo is when I taught him how to ride a bike when he was 6. So he's been boo-boo free for 4 years. And he had like 3 in between birth and 6. He's super safe. So teaching him how to swim, it took me forever to get him to put his head underwater. This year, I finally got his head underwater. So now he's comfortable being in the water. So maybe next year, I can finally get him into like swim lessons. Because the coach probably could have never tolerated him this year. And you did it, and you did it like a boss. YouTube, conquering YouTube, that is big. To be able to put yourself on camera for other people to judge you and not care, that's amazing. You know what? I'm going to put that on my list too, because I'm like, I've always told you, I'm very calculated in what I do. I'm self-conscious. And to put yourself on YouTube, that's just giving a way to get criticized. But you know what? Gigi, she wouldn't. She has beautiful stuff. And you have entertaining videos. The word gets stuck in my head. The crazy poppy lady says, heights and flights are my thing, but when the kids were little, I decided not to show it. So in flight celebration, takeoff and landing, then look out over tall things. I've been in a hot air balloon too. That's awesome. I've never been in a hot air balloon. I've always wanted to. I've always seen them, even when they had them at fairs, where they have the ones that just go up and just pull back down. I would like to go. It just floats. No, that's scary. Too calculated. I need to relax. This is not irrational. They're creepy. I've conquered my irrational fear of slugs, but I still hate them. The gloopiness is just a nightmare. They are. And before I moved into this house, my previous house, in our back like walkway at night, like you get these like big fat juicy slugs that would just like slither up, and I would like toss salt, and it was gross, and I don't know, gross. Ugh. All right, let's see. This is actually one of my fears. I conquered my fear of looking foolish, and I am who I am, take it or leave it. I know pride in that. I might come off as a person that says, my wire's off. I'm always afraid of looking foolish. Actually, not when I'm on camera. I don't care. But in real life situations, that's why I'm so introverted. I'm always afraid what people might think. Ooh, a super chat. I'm always afraid of what people might think or say, and I know I shouldn't because it's stupid. I lost the super chat. Melanie, thank you so much. Where's my wine? Cheers to you. I love making your lies, and thank you so much for joining me here. So I'm going to let you spin the wheel of patterns. Maybe I should turn off the bubbles because it's making noise. Here we go. Spin. Oh, you get to pick any pattern from my shop. So my shop is right here. So you can go to my shop at Etsy. The link is down in the description. Browse through any one of my patterns. If you want, you can even get the bundle. It doesn't matter. You can pick any one of my patterns. Email me at littlejohnyarns@gmail.com. Where's my face? My computer's going super slow. And because I can't find you, so you have to email me. But my email is down below in the description box. I should probably make it easier and just type it in the comments now. Littlejohn's yarn at gmail.com. I think I spelled my email right. Sometimes I put my L and the E in the wrong spot. All right. Hey, Blind Stitches Creation. One of my fears that I've conquered is creating a YouTube channel and sharing my crochet without sight. And my biggest fear is not succeeding. You know what? I'm going to let you know, Marwell, as you go through this, even when you get more subscribers, more people, you'll probably never feel complete success. Learn how to be happy in the moment. That's one of my, that's a regret of mine. That's going to be a question that I'm going to ask next. Learn how to enjoy each step of the way, because you know what? You'll never take this journey again. Appreciate what you have and be proud of every step that you take, because how many people have any subscribers, any followers, plus doing what you do? You're awesome. Here we go. First time. I'm going to scroll up so I can get somebody else. I look goods. Says, I had severe anxiety when driving on dirt roads for many years. Was in an accident as a teenager, courtesy of friends' brothers. You know what? Brothers' friends are never any good. Mine weren't. I have 2 older brothers, and their friends were never any good. Just nothing but trouble. But I can understand how that's scary. Do I have any fears like that from an event that happened, a specific event? I can't think of any. But I'm always cautious in what I do. I need to learn how to relax. Oh, Crazy Poppy asked the question. Little John, do you test other creators' patterns? As I have one I need tested that I feel you would love to use. Actually, I typically don't test any other creators' patterns, because unfortunately, being in a life of YouTube, I have to keep putting out content nonstop to maintain relevancy. So it's like I no longer see somebody else's awesome pattern. I'm like, I'm going to do it for fun. I can't. I'm not saying I hate what I do. I love what I do. I would never want to go back to my job ever. But it's no longer about that. For me, I'm always thinking of a new pattern because that's what I have to do. Oh, and guys, further, if you have any questions also, you don't have to specifically follow my question pattern right now. If you have questions about crochet business, I love talking about that. My crochet business is more of online. I forgot to link her down in the description box below, but if you learn more about selling your handmade goods, Karen V. Miguel is the girl to go to. But if you want to know more about crochet business and making money through passive income, blogging, patterns, and YouTube, I'm great to ask. Okay, let's see what else is going on. All right, well, I guess we should hop right back into the rest of the patterns. And like I've always say, if I'm talking too much, all these free patterns are down below. Let me get rid of the last one. Oh, what's the next question? You can, okay, the next one, you can answer any question. Ask me, answer. You can ask me any question. What my mom was like, what is one of your biggest dreams? I can't even answer that myself. Okay, yeah. What is your biggest dreams? What do you want to do? What's one of the ultimate things you want to do with your life? It could be something crazy and unattainable. Let me know. Or it could be something you're actually working towards right now. Let me know in the chat. So no shame. I want to hear about it. So I'm going to think of what my goal is right now. So it help too. All right. So where are we at on the patterns? We did that. Ooh, this is pretty. What number is this? I got to scroll. This one is number 7. We're getting almost to the end. This is called the Midnight Star Mandela Vest. I promise this gorgeous Mandela vest, star vest, is easier than it looks and well worth the effort. The detailed Mandela part has a lot of pictures to help you along the way, and the rest of the circular vest is a breeze. You'll love the cascading drapes and flowy feel of this vest. Plus, it's the perfect spring and summer outfit. The designer of this is the Lavender Chair. I've never made one of these vests. I've always planned. I think in the near future, I'm going to have to learn. It's not hard as a circle. Learn how to, not learn. I need to make a circle vest. That's beautiful. My problem is I'm starting to suffer from like joint and hand pain. So a lot of my patterns have been small and quick and easy to make. All right, number 8. This is called the Luma Amigurumi. I love super easy, unique amigurumi patterns. This little star is so simple and quick to make. The seated position is perfect for displaying this little cutie on a shelf or on your desk. If you've never attempted an amigurumi before, this is beginner-friendly design, could be your very first one. The designer of this is I Crochet Things. For those that haven't followed me for a very long time and just showing up, amigurumi used to be the hardest word for me to say. I could never say amigurumi. And every time I say it now, I say it with pride. And like, I get a little tickle in my heart. Like, I couldn't say that like a year ago. I used to butcher that word. All right. So what is one of your biggest dreams? For me, I've never been a big, huge, like outlandish dreamer. I've always been very level-headed. Part of my dream, I'm already in it right now. My first dream was to be a crocheter. Last year, around November, I quit a job and started doing this full time, and I enjoy it. And I don't want a house. I have a really small house. My house is about maybe 1,200 square feet of home. I don't want fancy cars. All of my cars are paid for because we paid for them for cash, and they're all used, and they're all from like 2000 and something. They're old. I don't want nothing new. I don't have any big, huge dreams. I don't want to be like the best crocheter in the world or on magazines or anything. I just want to be able to spend more time with my family. I want to have a cabin in the woods. That is my dream. That is what me and my husband and I always talk about. Just having some type of self-sufficient type cabin where we have like solar panels and all this extra stuff. But minus living off the grid, I still need it because I love crocheting and I love doing YouTube and I love doing this. So I still need to be off the grid with Wi-Fi. So that is my ultimate dream. So what's yours? I know that was kind of weird and elaborate. So put marks in front of it and let me know. And if I'm talking too much, remember all these free patterns are down in the description box below. Relic Goods, build a castle and have full-size train to go around my property. That would be pretty cool. I like that. Blind Stitches Creations, for me, it would be to gain more confidence with my mobility, which is getting around and going outside for a walk with my cane, and also learn how to cross the street. You know what? I'm praying for you, and you can get this confidence. If you can get the confidence to get on YouTube, I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. I believe in you. Crazy Poppy Lady, LOL. She says, oh, I remember you butchering that word, amigurumi. I can say it, just can't spell it. I can spell it. Well, I would have to type it. I can't spell it. It's like I can't say people's number. I know the shape of where their number is on a phone. Here with XD70 says, my goal in life is to have kids. I was always one of those little girls who had baby dolls everywhere. Somehow I ended up 30 without kids yet, but I'm sure it will happen eventually. You know what? It will happen. It needs to happen. I know it will. When I had my daughter, she was a accidental miracle. I was never. This is what I told my private group last week. I don't even know how I'm about to tell you my ovary issues. I only have a quarter of an ovary. That's all I have. But she was an accidental miracle. Got pregnant at 19. But my son was 30. I thought I would probably never have any children again. Mine was my miracle. That's the one I had, and that's all I was gonna have. But look at the son, the one that asked me for snacks every 2 hours. So I hope it'll happen for you. I know drinking isn't good, but I'm gonna drink for your first. You know what? To XD70's fertility, everybody. Cheers. We're cheers into your future ovary production. Oh, Teresa. I want to build out a schoolie and travel around the USA, producing virtual field trips for school children who can't get there themselves. That's a genius idea. I love that. I know what that reminds me of an idea that I had. I always said if I ever won the lottery, I used to work with individuals with intellectual disabilities, and I used to work in a school and kids settings. And some of these people were some of the children were 18 years old, but they also love to play on gym sets. They also love to play in ball pits. They love to do these activities that weren't considered age appropriate for an 18-year-old or a 14-year-old. You can't take them to a Chuck E. Cheese. I wanted to create a sensory playhouse that included specific van rides, bus rides. I used to love taking our kids on, when I worked in the homes, I used to love taking some of the kids on van rides. Sometimes we'll calm them down. I would love to provide an opportunity for parents say, know what? I need a break. Can you take Timmy for a 2-hour van ride around the neighborhood? It would just be that. It would be kids on a bus with your headphones or whatever, just to drive around for parents that have no other options. So that was one of my goals. So you reminded me that. That's so awesome. That would be my goal. I need to know what I do need to become super yarn famous so I can create that. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Accidental miracles is this greatest thing I will hear all day. You know what? I want you guys the full story about my children, my accidental miracles. We're all people. There's only, let's see. Oh, is my Wi-Fi good? It looks kind of bad. There's only 62 of us here now. So when I was 18 years old, I was having some type of ovary problems. I was feeling a lump in my side. My doctors found it. They x-rayed me. I had 2 dermoid cysts. One was about the size of a grapefruit, and one was big, but it was attached to one on each ovary. So at first they only thought it was one, but when they went in, they found 2. So it was 1990 something. There's much better ways to do it now. Now they do it through laparoscopy. Back then they just cut you open like cesarean style. They took my whole right ovary and half of my left ovary. So I was only left with just a little half ovary, and I was 18 years old and just heartbroken, thinking I will never have any children. This is it. And just like the one person just XD, I've always thought I played like XD Tiffany. I always played with dolls. I always pictured myself as a mother. I never pictured myself as a millionaire, a billionaire, but I did picture myself as a mother. And to lose that ability was heartbreaking. And me being dumb and naive, if you ask my mother the story, she would say, we fertile, we fertile, your grandmother had 6 kids. A year later, accidentally, miracle, my daughter was conceived, and I was 19 years old, and I was blessed with that blessing, and I thought that was it. I'm happy. This is all I needed. And then, but me and her father, we didn't stay together. But my husband, I met 2 years later. He didn't have any kids. I let him know, like, I'm sorry, I might not be able to give you this. I hope you're able to love my daughter as your own and so forth. He's like, of course, I love you. I love Jada. Bam, accidental miracle, my Isaac. I mean, there's more detail on that, but that's enough for YouTube today. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Chic Crochet. I got a fear about this also. We'll hop into that right afterwards. We should probably get into the next part, the last two of our videos, and then we'll get into the juicy gossip about my life, your life, what's going on. So we're going to go over the last two patterns of the star theme projects. If you want to go directly to the patterns now, they're down in the description box below. So the question that I'm going to ask Lee, you can ask me any question that you want. Just make sure you put comments in front of it so I know to bring it up to the front. So let's get these. I'll get my notes ready, my wine ready. And screen. Last two. Ooh, Nastasia. This is called Oh My Star Crochet Scarf. Bright colors and fantastic textures make me think of spring. This design uses puff stitches, clusters to replicate beautiful and squishy stars all in a row. The stitch work also reminds me of flowers. Make a dent in your scrap bin and mix this design up with lots of color. The designer of this is Nastasia. And the very last one, here it is. I thought it was going to pull up. Super cute. This is called the Crochet Granny Star. This pattern is from across the pond, so note that when it says treble crochet, they're referring to the US double crochet. Apart from that, this is the best and most detailed crochet tutorial you'll find on how to make a granny star. The designer of this is Crochet Swirl. Oh, I left up your comment. I didn't mean that. How do I get rid of it? Okay, where were we? Hey, Petra. She says, hi, Alysha. First time here in such a long time. Welcome back to you. So what questions do you have for me? We were talking about some irrational fears earlier. I'm going to go over one of those. I think I talked short. My irrational fear is having a quiet spot during the live streams. That was one of my big things about going live. I'm like, what am I going to talk about? What can I have to say for, actually, it's amazing. 53 minutes I've been talking. I don't know how it happened, but that was biggest fear. Even as I speak now, I won't let this live stream have a calm, quiet moment. Sometimes I love watching people live stream to give myself tips on how to improve myself and make it more entertaining. And sometimes I'll see people, especially on like Instagram Live, they'll just be sitting there quietly crocheting on live. I'm like, oh, this is boring. I'm always scared to bore somebody. All right, so let's see. Teresa asked the question, have you done any projects with spun plastic yarn? No, I haven't. Where do you even purchase that from? I guess that's like a Google. Spun plastic yarn. I'm about to, you can't see me, but I'm about to Google this behind the scene. Spun plastic. I can't spell plastic yarn. What is that? You mean like Plarn? Oh, okay, I'm going to bring you guys up for a screen share so you all can see what I'm looking at. Because it's kind of rude me looking at something and you're not. That's what I'm guessing you're talking about, Plarn. Images. This is what I like to call field trips. Oh, is this it? Spinning Plarn. And Lovey, never seen that before. Nifty, I have to give it a try. All right, where else? Stitches Trace and says, Thank you so much, Miss Alysha, for all your support, because when I wanted to do this, you encouraged me to start the channel and keep going. I wanted to say thank you. You know what? You don't have to say thank me. You had it in you already. You got this. Here we go. Up, up, up. Okay, where was I? Patricia says she wants to buy a couple acres of property and fully design my own house. I would love to do that too. Next one. I make it myself. Learn how on YouTube, not Plarn. Oh, it's not Plarn? Man, it's on YouTube. I'm gonna have to look it up. We'll go on a little search together in a second. All right, guys, do you have other questions for me as I sit here? Like, you know, I hate a dull moment. You know what? It's a dull moment. So now I'm going to pull up the Plarn. Usually I like to keep this for like only an hour long, but I want to keep talking. Here we go. Let's see, guys. We're going to look up spinning plastic eggs into yarn. Is that it? Or is it truly spinning plastic yarn? It's not Plarn. I don't know. I hope I'm putting in the right search term. Here it is, spinning plastic into yarn.
This entrepreneur brand.
Let's learn something new, kids. What? That is crazy. So just little things along. I'm going to jump through this. You're joining, okay. What's the outcome? I want to see what it looks like done. That is so cool. I'm going to have to ask my girl, what is her name? She does, I'll turn it off. She does all the yarn, Eva's. She has a YouTube channel. Nice follower in the chat. What is her YouTube channel? Her name is Eva, and she does all about spinning. How are my Cricut adventures going? I love my Cricut. I made my husband some new shirts because he's officially quitting his job as he's a technician. He fixes food equipment. He'll go to restaurants and fix their big old food equipment. He no longer wants to do that. He wants to be a cook. So now he's going to start working in a restaurant as of the beginning of October. So he wanted some everyday working shirt. So I got him some Littlejohn Eat and Cooking Life or whatever that goes on the front of his shirt I made little iron-on. So I've been getting some good use out of my Cricut. Leanne wants to know, have I got any exciting crochet winter plans? No, it's weird. I'm so amazed by these other crochet designers that are like organized and thorough. I always mention the Underground Crafter. She's one of those organized ones. The Crochet Entrepreneur, TL Yarn Crafts. These women got plans months ahead of time. I only got 3 weeks in advance of time. I can't go any further than that. So that's my future. I just keep rolling 3 weeks at a time. So what's coming out in the next 3 weeks? I got a cute little, oh, it's not on, but it's a slipper pattern. All this is made from a rectangle, a slipper pattern. I have another countdown video coming out and reviews. So that's the next 3 weeks. Please, right now, so we can all go on a field trip, I'll go into my email and I'm going to pull up the picture. Do you mind if your email is accidentally showed, if I show everybody, if you send me the picture, just let me know in the email, like it's okay to show, or please don't show anybody. Because I want everybody to know exactly what this is. Alexi says, any tips for beginner crocheters? Yes. Once you learn the first 5 basic stitches, you're no longer a beginner. If you can do a slip stitch, slip stitch, chain, single crochet, half double crochet, you're no longer a beginner. You're good to go. As long as you find, and you can go with any pattern, you can make it. All you need is a good crochet designer. I would suggest as a beginner, you would start with somebody who does YouTube videos with a written pattern so you can follow along at the same time. And guess what? I'm one of those people who writes a free written pattern and has a YouTube video so you can watch them both at the same time so you can learn how to read and do your stitches. So in the future, you won't have to do any of my patterns. You can go to any pattern and create anything you want. Oh, you have Patricia. You said you have a question listed above. You should just next time just copy and paste it again. Let me see if I can find you. Oh, here it is. I found it. All right. So my biggest fear is designing and making my own things and not doing what everyone else is doing. Suggestion: feel like I'm going to hurt others. How are you going to hurt others? Let me read it again. So my biggest fear is designing and making my own things and not doing what everyone else is doing. I think the best thing to do is not doing what everyone else is doing. It what makes you stick out. Suggestions: feel like I'm going to hurt others. You know what? Forget others. I might be getting this whole thing wrong. And as women, we give ourselves a lot, away a lot. My husband, he wants to be a cook, a chef, and this, and he doesn't know. I hope he doesn't watch my live stream. Actually, he doesn't care. He doesn't watch my live stream, but he doesn't know the ins and outs of the business. I'm like, baby, running a business is hard. Even this business, all the technical and finance stuff behind and taxes is confusing to me. And I have to do this and everybody's like, know what? You need to just take for that so he can have a business and he can do this and that. But there's nobody helping me. So I told my husband, if you want to be your own entrepreneur and be your own business, you have to teach yourself how to be a businessman. And I taught myself how to be a businesswoman. So I feel like now I'm not able to help him or do as much here in the home. And other people might feel left out because I'm trying to focus on this part of the business. But I'm happy too. So forget about the other people. And if your question was, I read it wrong, ask it again and maybe we can get it right the second time. Oh, and I want to check my email and see if she sent me the yarn. These fingers crossed. Nope, that wasn't that one. That was a winner. Send me the picture about your yarn. I really want to see so I can show everybody. There we go. Melanie, I did see yours, and you're going to get your pattern after this live stream. Miriam says, is it easy to sell crochet work creations? No, it is not easy. It is actually pretty darn hard. And any person that tells you like all you have to do is this, the things that you have to do is tedious just to be seen. If you want to sell your handmade items, like I said, make sure you check out Karen V. Miguel. She has an excellent YouTube channel that teaches you how to sell actual handmade items. But when I was selling my handmade items, the key is to be seen. Don't expect to go on Etsy and Etsy getting you all this money. There's a gazillion people on Etsy. You're not going to be found. You have to put yourself in people's faces. You have to be on social media. You have to be on Facebook, Instagram, to be seen. You have to put yourself in as many places as possible for people to find you. So no, it's not easy. Can it be done? Yes, it can. Definitely. Hey, I'm going to mispronounce your name. Danine? I hope so. Danine? Hello from, oh man, I can't pronounce that one. I was so proud of saying your first name. Okay. Saskatchewan. I can't do it. Hey, from Canada. Pronounce anything. Here we go. Here we go. Here it is. Patricia says, whoops, wait. She says, I just meant to say, I have so many YouTube friends that are designing and making. I feel like I'll be letting them down if I break away from them. Who is living your, are you life? It's all about making you happy. I can say this to you because it's not me, because I probably feel the same situation. Ashley, let's spin it right now. You are me, and I'm telling you this. Patricia, I just have so many YouTube friends that are designing and making things. I feel like I'll be letting them down if I break away. What would you tell me, Patricia? I would do that. Sometimes when it's yourself, it's hard to understand what you need to do. Just flip it around. Think it was your best friend, and what would you tell them? I'm saying this because I can't follow my own advice. Cheers. Usually through talking, you guys help me. Cherry B. Hello. Donine, my name was good at the Providence. I'm sorry. I know it, but I can't say it. Saskatchewan? Never mind. I'm not going to do it. Oh, Teresa says she just sent up image. Here it is. Hold on. I'm going to share the picture once. Ooh. Here we go. Let me pull this down. Share screen. This is spun plastic, guys. That is nifty. Oh, I like this. Can I zoom in on that? That is a beautiful bag. Is this made from like just grocery bag plastic? Let me go back. Because actually, I have a lot of this brown basket plastic bags. That would make a pretty color just like your purse. I love that. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. Oh, Patricia, this I can't help. How to get started selling at craft fairs? Make sure you check out Care of Even Gal. I only did a few craft, and it's just not my thing. I guess that's the introvert in me, and maybe it was Western Pennsylvania, and then women was just a little bit gruff. I don't know, but the craft fair wasn't for me. I've always preferred being online. I'm an introvert. Online is so much safer, and I don't really have to interact with people. But Karen, like I said, she made a killing at that stuff. Oh, XD Symphony says, don't worry about saying the S word. I'm Canadian, and I still struggle with the Providence. Saskatchewan. Guys, did I say it? Bean, Saskatchewan? Let me know it right that time. Woo. There we go. Miriam says, looks like a fun upcycle project. It does. Okay, guys, do you have any more other questions for me? Anything you want to know personal? Right now, I think I've had almost a full glass, so I'm ready to blab about whatever you want to ask. So just ask me right now. And what is this here? Is this okay? I was trying to do something different. What do you think? I'm not trying to look for compliments. I guess I am fishing for compliments. I'm not trying to fool nobody. But I am nervous. I don't know if this looks right or not. I don't know if I'm trying to be young, and I'm not. I'm about to be 41. Is this something I shouldn't be wearing? I read the older you get, the lighter your hair should get. And I don't know. Let's see. Bye, Robin. Thank you. Your hair looks beautiful. I was just asking about that. Because, girl, I've been having the most horrible problems ever. This is the very end of my live stream. So I know the 57 people who are watching right now, if anyone watches this on the end replay, nobody's making it to 1 hour and 9 minutes. So guys, you're going to hear me talk. I suffer from alopecia. I have real bad alopecia. So I let my hair go natural. This is what most African Americans say when they let the relaxer grow out of the hair. Back in the early 2000s, and I was always good and healthy with my hair, but the older I get, it just thinned over and over. So I cut my hair off, so I kept it short, and then it still kept thinning. So I would add clip-ins to my hair, but my hair continued to thin no matter what I did. I put like glue. I never really did sew-ins. I was none of that tension. It was just alopecia. My mom, she has it real bad too. Now it got to the point where the clip I usually just put in my hair to make it look thicker, I was putting like strands over top of it. So this one, I went full straight wig. So I bought this new lace front wig. Look how great it looks. It looked like a grown scalp. So if you suffer from alopecia, there is a wig company called Mandela, or what, N-D-U-L-A. This is one of the best wigs I have ever bought. Love it. Let's see. Barbara says, you are young. Thank you. Because you're not my daughter or son. They think I'm old. My husband calls me a cougar only because he is 4 months younger than I am. I'm like, not a cougar. I need to be spit. I just love that you put it in all caps. She says, I'm turning 73 and my hair is ultimate platinum. Cheers. Let's see. Yeah. Look how good this is. I know. It was worth every single penny. If you have alopecia, because my hair is on this side of my head, my hairline, the edge is gone, and up front, right top, I wear my own hair curly. It's so piecey. You can see so much scalp. I hate it. Oh, yeah. For guys who want to know about selling their handmade goods, Pam Grice, crochet entrepreneur. She has a lot of on selling like handmade goods. She does a lot of stuff like I do. Like she teaches you how to do a lot of behind online work, like blogging and those type of things to make extra money. But like I said, want handmade? Go to Karen B. Miguel. You said, WTF, my mind has been blown. When I put this bad boy on when it came in the box last week, my mind was blown too. I'm like, I'm all up in the camera. It's just like some scalp. I love it. And it's just, I wish I had like an affiliate link for this. I wish I did. Shut the front door. Ooh, am I pronouncing it Roa? Roa? I think it's like Toa, Boa, Roa. Roa. I'm currently putting together my cardigan. I think that's like one of the worst things about crocheting something. You're getting so happy, you get all the pieces done, and then it's time to sew, put things together and weave in ends. I probably had a lot of patterns. I'm sure Robin can contest to this, that you've created, got 99% there, and just left it. Like, I just can't bring the energy to weave in these ends and sew a sleeve on. I'm done. I spent 10 hours on it. I'm done. Oh, we got Steve here too. Where? Steve. I need to find people in the chat. Oh, it's an hour and 14 minutes in, and now people are starting to show up, and I don't even have anything to talk about. Well, we're going to talk. If you end up expecting the star theme patterns, we already went over them. They're all down in the description box below. So you can just go directly to all these free patterns. Here we go. We got a couple people making our yen. Here we go. Turo A Star, is your daughter's next visit home on Thanksgiving? We were hoping she'd come home for Labor Day. My son was hoping, but she's not. She still has classes. So her first day might be Thanksgiving. I wanted her sooner, but due to like Corona, the pandemic, or whatever it is, excuse me, drinking too much, they don't let you on campus. Like you can be on campus, but you can't go in any of the buildings because they don't want you spreading your cooties around. So I would just have to go up there, take her to dinner. But unfortunately, where Jada goes to college, if you Google Westminster College, Pennsylvania, it is Amish country. There's literally road signs with like a horse and buggy crossing. Be careful. There's like nothing around. My husband's like, dry college, Jada, you ain't going to be able to drink. I'm like, all colleges are dry technically, but you know, you're really not getting alcohol up there. I'm like, I don't know how I raised my daughter to go to a Christian college, but I guess I raised an okay kid, I suppose. Didn't know how that happened, but she ended up there. Robin says, I'm supposed to be working on a blanket for my channel, but I've abandoned it in favor of your live stream. Why, thank you. Robin, we need to do another, it doesn't have to be a live stream because I know that's like bone chilling. We even though we had fun, I would love to do that again. We should do like somehow a video together because you're like super famous and I just want to drag on like the hems of your dress, your coattail. I just want to come along for the ride because you're just so famous. And where's Steve? I can't find you. Oh, unapologetically Mocha. Hey, coming late. The wig is fierce. What's the name of the company again? I need to send them some money. It is Nadula. Here we go. Let me see if I can pull it up on Nadula. Where's the wig I bought? Give me seconds. I'll share my screen in a second once I have it up. My account. Here we go. Okay, now I'm ready to share my screen. It's called Nadula.com. It's an expensive wig. This is because good to me the money, but it's going to last me. It's not synthetic hair. It's human hair. I don't know what human it is, but it's human hair. And this is the one that I bought right here. I didn't like mine long. As you can see, I cut it short. Yeah, it kind of like the lace front wig. Let me see. It's super cute. I know this is not a hair channel, but this is the best wig I've ever purchased. And yes, it's a pretty penny, but if you suffer from alopecia and hair loss and you're insecure about going in public and you find a piece looking like a wig piece, this was a good one. Oh, I'm glad you're being driven and driving to work and watching me because that can be dangerous. I think I hear one of my son's friends about to come knock on the door. Isaac! Isaac! Sorry. Your friend's knocking at the door. Okay. Hold on.
Sure. I'll be right now. Okay.
You about to go ride bikes, buddy? Yeah. Okay. Okay, what were we talking about? Here we go. Oh, you were just talking to somebody else, Leanne. Oh. Wait, I'm trying to get what Robin said. It missed it. Isaac, get the door. I know. I can, like, since this is my living room, I can literally see the people come up the steps into my house. So they didn't even have to knock. I'm about to make this company some good money. Best wig ever. I didn't even have to color my hair. Unapologetically Mocha says, girl, I paid $450 for cornrow stitches. These prices are great. What we pay to keep our hair on point. I know. But now, my Saturday live streams, I'm going to pop on this wig, or whenever I'm making a video, I'm just going to pop on this wig. And that's what I do. Any other times, I like to just, when I'm home, I sport like a head wrap. That's all. Like, you know, the cute little ones where you tie a knot up front, and that's what I do. Good, Robin. You're fun like Alysha. Actually, Robin is more fun than me. She has like such a witty personality. You're quick. You're very quick with your wit. I'm not. Oh, it is expensive wig, business expense. You know, I put this on my business card. You know, this is directly related to my business. I do not walk around to Walmart in this. This goes on my shelf. You guys can't see above here, but I got like a wig or whatever. This is my business wig. Dang right. Oh, Steve the cat. I thought you meant like the Crochet Steve. I have met Steve cat. Steve joined in on our live stream together. So how is Steve doing? How is Steve doing? Steve the cat. Okay, Joe, I hope I pronounced this right. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, barber too. Went to 2 schools while in the military. You're gonna keep up the great work. You know what? Thank you so much, and cheers to you. Let me turn this off. Here we go. And I'm going to let you spin the wheel of patterns, and make sure you email me after this so you can get your patterns. Here we go. A little spin. You win the slipper boots. Let me show you what that looks like. These ones. So make sure you email me at littlejohnyarns@gmail.com. And before we get Robin to leave here, Robin, can we please do something one day again? Because you're just so much fun. You're one of the most fun people I had, like my live streams. Actually, you were super fun. Reggie, she's always super fun. And my girl, Shauna Given, she's always fun. But that's top 3 of fun girls. Dee Dee, Denise, I am learning my girls' names. I'm getting much better. Oh, yeah, we spun. So I'm getting so much better. She is one of my yarn wars. I'm going to let you spin the pattern. I'm getting so tipsy. I usually only let this go for 1 whole hour. I'm sorry, guys. But 22 minutes have passed and I'm having. So, Denise, I'm going to let you spin. But if you want something else, you can. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to have me. Oh man, stop it. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. You promise? Okay, we need to. And it has to involve drinking. Let's give Dee Dee a spin. Dee Dee, and we'll give you a spin too. Turn off these bubbles. Dee Dee, remember you're a yarnivore. You're part of the membership. You can pick whatever you want. If you don't want these slipper boots, girl, get something else. But this is the pattern right here. You know my email address. So, and plus Dee Dee, oh, not to, I'm going off story. I'll get back to Robin. Dee Dee just yarn from my membership group. She won 2 skeins of my Felicia yarn. That color is from crochet.com. It's one of those beautiful variegated yarn. I'm confident. I love a yarn that does the work for me. You should be getting that on Tuesday, Miss Denise. All right. I know you for me to spin, Robin. Let's see. And just so you know, Robin, I am emailing you after. We have to do something. You get the same slipper boot, I think. Was it this one? No, it's this one. I don't know. You get whatever you want to. Been drinking too much. You're so mean. Jeez. Oh, bye. I've got to go, Little John. Night, everyone. See you. Thank you so much for joining us. You're so awesome. I promise. And yes, alcohol and Steve, the cat. I think I'm going to be a good girl. I'm going to let you guys all go. It's time for me to get off and eat food to soak up some of this wine. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on Little John Yarns. And Robin, I am emailing you immediately to do something so I don't forget. Guys, I'll see you on the next live stream. Bye.